Hey everybody, I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold. This is 5 Minutes with Ben, and I'm Ben. We're going to look at a game played in 2005 between Peter Heine Nielsen and Magnus Carlsen. Of course, later in Magnus's career, last 15 years or so, Peter Heine Nielsen has been coaching Magnus. And when this game was played in 2005, Nielsen was higher rated than Magnus. God damn. 20 years ago, Magnus was only 2581. I guess he was 14 or 15 years old. Okay, they got this really sharp, complicated position. This was in Bundesliga. Okay, Nielsen's queen is attacked. So he played queen takes b7. It's super complicated position. So in this position, if you take the knight, then queen takes pawn check and wins the bishop on d4. So that's not good for black. So black played knight d3, which threatens this rook, and bishop takes f2 check. Man, that's a lot of threats. Okay, and also the knight's semi-hanging. Okay, so white played knight e7 check. And actually, in this position, Magnus should play rook takes e7, and the engine says white's better, but not winning, because you should always sacrifice the exchange. But Magnus was young and foolish, so he played king h8, putting it in h, trying to follow in Ginger GM's footsteps. And he did follow in his footsteps because he lost. Oh, snap. Now, Nielsen played a good move, which is weird. I've never seen Peter Heine Nielsen play a good move. Bishop e3, threatening bishop takes bishop check and stopping all the shenanigans on f2. In this position, Magnus made a mistake, although his position's probably losing anyway. He should play bishop takes rook on a1, but he played rook c4. Now white played the brilliant move, queen a6, threatening all of black's pieces. Threatens the rook. If the rook moves away, the bishops are hanging, and the knight's hanging, everything's hanging. Okay, so the point of this is if you play knight b2, protecting your rook, then queen takes c4, exclam, sacking the queen, bishop takes, always sack the exchange, rook takes e5, and if you play knight takes, bishop takes his mate. And if the rook moves away, it's going to be checkmate. So black should play king g7, rook e6 check, king h6, knife f5 check, f4, threatening bishop f3 mate, and knight f7, and then knight takes queen, and white's winning. That's the computer line if black plays knight b2. Black didn't play knight b2, so we didn't get to see that. Black played the pedestrian knight takes e1. White played the obvious queen takes rook on c4. That's why white played queen a6. Now all of black's bishops are hanging, and black's knight on e1 is hanging and trapped. Bishop takes a1. Bishop d4 check. If you take the bishop, this leads to checkmate. Pretty obvious. So Magnus played e5. E-pawn is defended with an x-ray through the bishop. Now in this position, Peter Heine Nielsen has a winning move which he played, and Magnus resigned. See if you can find the winning move for white. Pause the video and try to find the crushing move. Okay, we're back. Hopefully you found it. It's not easy. Queen e6, threatening queen takes e5 mate, bishop takes e5 check as mate in 2, and queen f6 as mate. And the only way to stop all those checkmates is to resign. So in this position, Magnus resigned. Peter Heine Nielsen wins, and then later becomes his chess coach. But okay, this game was played 20 years ago when Magnus was a little kid. I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold. I hope you enjoyed that game more than Magnus did. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time with more 5 Minutes with Ben. Bye.